It's actually happening. New permits have confirmed that the first expansion to Universal Epic Universe is now beginning. Known as Project 915 in official documents, permits for vertical construction have been filed with Orange County. Plus, there are other smaller projects happening around the park to check in on, like official time frame for Phase 2 dining, modifications to some of the roller coasters, and more. Let's see what we can learn from public documents regarding new projects at Epic Universe in today's news update. Epic Universe officially grand opened just last month, and while the park has been quietly finishing smaller projects like landscaping, pathway improvements, and more, there have also been dozens of new permits submitted to the City of Orlando for upcoming work as well. For the past few weeks, there have been around a dozen or so notices of commencement for new signage to be installed at Epic Universe, and countless more that simply list the vague professional services as the type of work to be done. But it's a couple of new permits for an entirely new project number that may be the most interesting. Known in documents as Project 915, one permit describes the work as 40,178 square feet in size. That permit says it will be for new building construction, including but not limited to relocating existing utilities, installing new utilities, site grading, and foundation for a new building. A second permit simply lists the work as for vertical construction. Both of the Project 915 permits have an expiration date in December of this year, so we can hopefully expect to see movement on this project soon. The leading theory for the location of Project 915 is the expansion pad located between Super Nintendo World and the park's entry area. The square footage listed in the permits seem to line up with this space, which is seen here in this aerial photo by BioReconstruct as a cleared plot of land backstage, with a connection directly to Celestial Park. From inside the park, what appears to be a temporary wall with a backstage gate can be seen blocking the view of this expansion pad. It can be spotted directly across the path from the Atlantic full-service restaurant. This plot of land was originally rumored to be home to a future parade building years ago, but newer permit drawings now show future parade buildings coming to the back of the park, including one behind Dark Universe. Newer rumors for this new expansion are for some sort of multi-purpose soundstage or theater structure to be built, which would add a new event venue to Celestial Park. However, these may be guesses based on older rumors, and we won't be certain until more permit documents are filed or work starts. With a little over 40,000 square feet to work with, they have enough room to build any of the existing sound stages at Universal Studios Florida with plenty of room to spare. One of the two Project 915 permits lists the project as 30,337 square feet, so maybe that will be the actual building's footprint, leaving 40,000 as the measurement for the entire work site. So far, the only visible change to this site in the last couple weeks appears to be the removal of portable offices that were originally located at the back of this plot, as we can see when comparing an older aerial photo to one taken just a couple days ago. With permits for vertical construction already starting to post, it may not be long until we see movement on Project 915, and hopefully then we'll get more answers. One Phase 2 project that we do have answers on is for the two new combined dining locations on the other side of the front of the park. Known in permits as Project 914, there are now signs on all of the doors for this new restaurant. The signs say, "A galaxy of flavors and culinary delights are coming in 2026. If you happen to have caught my recent vlog from inside of Epic Universe, you already know that rumors have had this new dining location opening as soon as January of next year. But now we know for sure that it will not be until then at the soonest. Team members working at Epic Universe have confirmed that they believe it will feature two entrances, one for an Italian eatery and the other for a Mexican restaurant. But that could change as we get closer to an official announcement. With the Project 914 dining location wrapping up and Project 915 about to begin, the only other active new project for Epic Universe has been Project 375. This ongoing smaller project has been reported to be for modifications to some of the seats on some of the attractions around the park. Two of the park's roller coasters, Hiccup's Wing Gliders and Stardust Racers, have received new modified seating which can accommodate guests with larger dimensions. The new Wing Glider seats have already been installed in the last row of the trains, offering a wider, more accommodating seat. Dragon Racers Rally has also received a modified seat on one of its two spinning towers. Stardust Racers is expected to see modified seating installed on row 6 of its trains. And these photos even show a delivery from Mack Rides featuring the Project 375 number on them. We will continue to monitor other possible expansion projects for Epic Universe, but seems like whatever Project 915 is going to be the first expansion to the park after opening. There have been some other elements of Epic Universe that we had expected to see, but the company says are still in development. One, of course, is fireworks. In an interview with the Orlando Weekly, the senior manager of show direction for Epic Universe says that they're still looking into fireworks and that they're still working on it. As we have seen in aerial photos from BioReconstruct, only temporary launch sites have been set up just for the few occasions that fireworks were set off at Epic Universe, including the large demonstration for media that took place the night before grand opening. A permanent launch site may still need to be constructed within the pond behind the Universal Helios Grand Hotel before we can see regular fireworks along with the nightly fountain show. Looking at photos of the future launch site from just a couple days ago, we can see pipes sticking out of the ground, so it's possible that initial utility work has already begun on a permanent launch pad. Another long-touted element of the park that was not ready for opening are the Flying Dragon drones. Universal Creative is still fine-tuning the Dragon drones, according to an interview in the Orange County Register last month. Universal says they're right on the threshold of being able to release and that it'll really add to the skyline. Ongoing projects at Epic Universe are not the only work happening at the resort, as multiple permits continue to drop for Project 830 at Universal Studios Florida. That's the project to demolish and replace Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. Officially closing August 18th, Rocket will be torn down and replaced with a new attraction, which everyone assumes will be a new roller coaster, probably from Intamin, as permits have hinted at. Since our latest update video on the Rocket replacement, work walls have now gone up around the Firehouse facade in the New York section of Universal Studios. There are signs on these walls that indicate the facade may be restored to once again reflect the Ghostbusters theme. Land clearing work is happening behind this area as well, preparing for the construction of 2 new buildings related to the new attraction. So even though the existing ride won't be demolished until mid-August at the earliest, they are wasting no time starting now on its replacement. In our last video, we did share the opinion that this ride may be an Orlando version of the Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift Coaster opening next year at Universal Hollywood. But with the Ghostbusters hints on the work walls around the area, it's becoming harder to discount the possibility of this new mystery project perhaps having something to do with that property. See our recent video for more permit details on the Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket replacement, and subscribe to the channel to never miss an update as we follow that project, as well as any new expansion projects for Epic Universe over the coming years. If you like what we do, consider joining our Patreon for perks like exclusive posts, your name in the credits, and more. Patreon.com/themeparkstop. Thanks for watching. See you next time.